To prepare this beneficial concoction, you simply need to carefully add a small pinch of this potent powder into a clear glass of pure water, and then with a steady hand proceed to drink the entire mixture completely. You can lose as much weight as you want without any trouble. You can reduce your belly fat. You won't face any problems at all, no matter what diet you are following. Now I'm going to tell you what this thing is. But before that, let me tell you this. This is a very small thing and it's probably lying around you. But you all think that it's a bad thing and that you should eat less of it. That's what you've always heard. After hearing this, a lot of people are making these mistakes. They completely avoid this thing. Because of this, they face a lot of trouble in losing weight. Even after doing a lot of exercise or staying hungry, they still can't lose weight properly. Their face remains the same. It looks chubby. They feel like their face is puffy every morning when they wake up, or their whole body feels bloated. It feels as if they're swelling. They get very worried about what to do. Even after staying hungry, this is the situation. Why is this happening? I will explain everything in detail and what exactly is this small thing that you just need to add a pinch of to your water and drink it throughout the day. Then you'll see without any trouble or weakness, you'll be able to lose weight easily. If you also want to lose weight quickly by working out with me, you can join my online classes. First of all, I want to tell you what mistakes women are making these days. They want to lose weight, and in that process, they just think that they need to eat less. This is a good thing, and it should be done. You do need to eat less. You need to reduce the extra calories you consume. But eating less does not mean that you should stop eating altogether. What are women doing these days? They keep skipping meals. They eat only once a day, and even then they say that they're not losing weight. I've also seen a lot of bloggers on YouTube. What do? They start dieting in order to lose weight. They don't eat anything at all in their diet. All day, either they'll eat just one roti at one time, or they'll just survive on tea. They end up living on tea or just on water, and then their weakness increases even more and they start getting sick. So the very first mistake you're making is skipping your meals. The body needs nutrients. If in the process of eating less, you stop eating altogether, then that's your mistake. I want to explain something to you with an example. Think about this. If your child is afraid of the dark, what would you do to help them overcome that fear? Would you leave them alone in a dark room and shut the door, thinking they'll be scared and cry for a while? Afterwards, their fear will go away. Does that really happen? No, it doesn't. The child will become even more scared, more irritable, will scream, and later on they may never be able to enter a dark room again. That fear will become ingrained in them. So that's one way, but it's the wrong way. The second way is to first explain to the child, son, nothing happens, nothing will happen if you go into the dark. Come on, let me go with you. You take them there once. They'll be scared, a little anxious, and will cling to you. Then what will you do? It's okay, maybe today they won't agree. Gradually, they'll get used to it. Every day you take them with you into that dark room, walk around, and then come back out. One day the child will think, Mom goes there with me every day and there's nothing there. One day when they go by themselves and see that there's really nothing there, they'll realize it was just their imagination. The child will naturally become fearless, so you have to help them get used to it gradually. What I mean to say is, if you eat 3 rotis, reduce it to 2.5. If you eat 2.5 rotis, bring it down to 2. Along with that, you need to add other things like protein, salad, and also good fats. That means you should definitely eat a little ghee as well. The body should get proper nutrients. If you keep doing it this way, you will lose weight in the right manner. Now listen to the second mistake. Women are giving up salt. Recently, a case came to light and everyone must have heard about it, about what incidents can happen due to a lack of salt. Now, by reducing salt, women think that if they eat less salt, the extra water will leave the body. That is true. You shouldn't eat too much salt. If you eat too much, the body retains water. But if you eat too little, the body becomes deficient in electrolytes and many functions start to deteriorate. Let me tell you, due to a lack of salt, our fat cells in the body contain something called mineralocorticoid. Now, mineralocorticoid tries to bind 2 hormones to itself, angiotensin and aldosterone. When does this happen? It happens when your body is deficient in salt. See, a system in our body gets activated. When there is a lack of salt in our body, this is called RAS, which stands for renin, angiotensin, and aldosterone. So these 3 hormones get activated. What do? They start sticking to fat cells, cause fat cells to grow, and once inside the fat cells, they increase inflammation. If there is a deficiency of salt and these hormones are released, there is a gland located above our kidneys. The adrenal gland gets activated at that time, sensing that there is a lack of salt in the body and it needs to regulate it, so it releases these three hormones. Because of this, inflammation starts occurring inside the fat cells. They begin to swell up. Swelling in the body starts to increase. That's why you start to feel fatigued. Your brain doesn't function properly. You must have noticed that whenever you fast or observe a religious fast, you start to feel irritable. You don't feel like working. You feel more tired even though you're eating sweets. You're eating all kinds of sweets, just not eating salt. Whenever you break your fast and eat something salty, you immediately become active. You feel like, yes, now everything is fine. You fasted for a day. If you start feeling weak, it also works to make your muscles weak. Your body doesn't produce energy properly. Many of your bodily functions start getting delayed, and that's why even though water leaves your body, you don't lose weight because inflammation inside your fat cells starts increasing. So, with all this, you must have understood that eating salt is necessary in the right amount, not too much and not too little. You shouldn't skip your meals either. But yes, instead of that, it's important to have a proper meal that includes fiber. It should have nutrients, which we get from salads. It should have protein, for which you can have lentils, kidney beans, chickpeas, anything you like. You can also have paneer. You can have soybeans as well, whatever you prefer. There should also be a little bit of carbohydrates and a little bit of fat. You need to eat less, meaning if you're 100% hungry, you should only eat up to 75%. You should eat your food by chewing it thoroughly, and you can also include some fermented foods like yogurt or buttermilk with it. If you do this once or twice a day and eat less than your actual hunger, then obviously you will lose fat and it will happen in a healthy way, but you will not lose any muscle at all. That means you won't experience any increase in weakness. Now, what do you need to do? If you are eating less food, consuming less salt, or are unable to eat much, or even if you are just having your normal meals, there is no problem. But whenever you drink water, you should not drink plain water at all. In the morning when you wake up, you should have a glass of warm water. If you are on a weight loss journey, make sure to listen to this carefully. Otherwise, if you are losing weight and eating less food, you really shouldn't be eating anything sweet. If you have stopped eating sweets altogether and you feel very weak, then what should you do? Just a pinch in warm water. Whenever you drink water, add a little salt to it. Just a pinch. Let me tell you what this salt does. Look, this water, nowadays everyone is drinking RO water. What happens in RO? All the minerals get filtered out, everything gets filtered out. What's left is plain water, and water is something that doesn't have anything in it. If you are drinking RO water or similar water, it starts to draw minerals out of your body, and when it mixes with your system, those minerals are expelled through your urine. Now, on top of eating less, if you're also exercising, you're also sweating. A lot of our salt is lost through sweat. Now, what does salt contain? It contains 40% sodium. This sodium serves many functions in our body. For example, for brain function, to produce energy in your muscles, and to regulate insulin. Now, insulin is a hormone that if it is present in your body in excess, and when does this happen? If you are eating less salt than needed and your insulin starts to increase, then in the future you will become a diabetes patient and your obesity will never go away. Your obesity will keep increasing day by day, no matter what you do. That's why it's important to eat the right amount of salt, which provides you with sodium. For example, when you add a pinch of salt, some minerals are added to it. Now, this water will go into your body. It won't take anything away, but will actually give something to your body. Because when you add anything to plain water, the water takes on the properties of that thing. If you add a spoonful of milk to it, the water will take on the properties of the milk. Water itself has no form, but if you drink it plain, it will take something from your body, which is why you keep feeling weak. So what should you do? Whenever you drink water, just a pinch of salt is enough. You should add it to your water. But the Tata salt or regular white salt that you eat, what I mean is eat less of that because it contains an excessive amount of sodium and lacks minerals. So what can you do? You can use pink salt, or you can also use rock salt, senda namak. These days, Celtic salt is also popular. You can use that as well. Just add a pinch of that salt to your water. Now, in the morning when you drink warm water, you can add a pinch of salt, or you can also add lemon or even 2 or 3 basil leaves. This will give a slight flavor to the warm water. The leaves will settle at the bottom and you can just drink the water. And for the whole day, you can also prepare alkaline water for yourself. For example, fill a glass container with water and add 2 pinches of salt to it. You can add any leaves you have available. After washing, you can add slices of any vegetable like cucumber or kakdi. Just make sure you don't use any overly sweet fruits. You can also add slices of any fruit you have. I've made a video about this as well. I'll provide the link in the description box. If you want, you can watch that too, and you can prepare and keep this water ready. If you don't have anything else, just keep some salt with you, good quality salt, and you just need to add a pinch of it. Now, what does this salt do? First, it gives you a feeling of fullness. Suppose you're feeling very hungry. If you drink this water with a pinch of salt, you'll feel that your hunger decreases for a while. It won't let you overeat. If you keep drinking water with salt in it, you'll notice that your cravings don't increase as much. You won't feel like eating sweets, and in this way, you'll always stay energetic. If you drink salted water before exercising or even after exercising, you'll notice that the weakness in your body completely goes away. So in this way, by moving in the right direction, you can lose weight and you won't have any sweet cravings. Even if you tend to crave things repeatedly, those urges will also decrease. To a great extent, you can quit tea or at least reduce it. It's not even necessary that you have to quit it entirely. Even if you drink less tea, just once or twice a day, you can still lose weight easily. And this will happen when you start adding a pinch of salt to your water and drink it. It is important for everyone to drink 2 to 2.5 liters of water a day. I hope you really liked today's video. Please do like and share it as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye. Take care.